welcome to Tellis Like It Is. Yet another crazy episode, I promise you. Because I'm chatting with, hold on to this, right? Radio jock, video jock, YouTuber, podcaster, author, though he claims he isn't, but we'll talk about that. Someone who does events. He is ridiculous. If you want a name, it's Jose.
I was just going to get up and say, I'll let the guest sit here. What an intro. My God. Brian, hi.
Man.
Oh, good to see you. People be like, how do Brian and Jose know each other?
Yeah.
I'm a time traveler.
We won't go there yet. We won't go there yet, Jose. But
Okay.
we will. We will.
We'll let people know. There's a long history.
Yeah. No, so first, today is about getting to know you, Jose, versus all of those professional titles that you've gotten yourself over the years.
Unfortunate,
right?
yes.
Yes. But first, let's get to know a little bit about the professional side, how you got into what you did and how did that journey go?
Well, in 1920...
24, I think.
Bro, you have to help me figure out how to sit here. I'm like, this couch is so comfortable.
Listen, you're not pretty. Cross your legs. First.
Oh, no. Okay.
Ah.
What do you mean?
Okay. No.
Oh, okay.
Whatever works for you. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you feel better now, Jose?
Slightly. I feel like I'm from a different country.
That's
why doing
wonderful.
this. Oh, hello.
Listen, if you feel the need to spread your legs, spread your legs. I mean, hey, you know what? Be comfortable.
I thought that was a different show. Where this... Okay, fair. But yeah, good seeing you, man.
Yeah, same here, man. So tell us about the journey. I mean, where did it start? How did you get into what you do for a living?
So people don't know this, but Brian, you had a huge influence on probably me and a ton of other people. We used to listen to the radio and then wait for you to give out the pager number.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and then send and then you know what? We had I think we had 28 kbps internet back then. So we'd quickly search for internet jokes that we could send via the pager. And then you guys would read it and say, this is why is our pool spelled ool? Because there's no P in it. And then shit like that, we'd send it to you on pager. And so
and we like suckers would,
you all read it. What a great joke. Jose from Bandra. Hilarious. What a funny person. But yeah, man. So those were the days listening to you guys on the radio, Times FM. Yeah. No, what is it? What is the time? Come on, you remember the Times tune. You have to. How can you not? Fine, come on, you can do it.
No, I don't. I seriously don't remember it.
Fuck. I'm thinking about this for the rest of the night. Times FM. Fuck it.
No, then got on to radio, right? The first thing that happened?
No, man. So I think back then I was 16 or 17. Listening to the radio, hearing you guys go live. We would do a couple of recorded shows also.
Yeah.
But the live stuff was when it started getting crazy. Like you guys, and that vibe of listening to someone on the radio and then they say your name right after you send them the message was like,
yeah, big one.
So we just keep on sending messages all day long. And then Mikhail, our mutual friend, he was running a radio class down the road from my place. Do you remember the tobacco factory that then got this thing?
We used it as an office for a bit after that. Yeah.
So I would go there and just watch him giving classes to people over there. So people said, okay, so don't talk to people. Don't speak of myself in third person. All right, okay. And I'd just be sitting and watching. And I remember saying, can I join the class? But he said, you're not, you need to be 18 plus to join the class. But he said, it's okay. You can sit in and maybe learn on the side or whatever. So that's where it all started, actually.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, bro.
That was Radioactive, the company that I now have launched.
So that's what I was saying. You guys being on the radio, listening to you, that's where it actually started. I wouldn't be doing any of this shit if I had not listened to you guys on the radio.
15% of all your earnings have to come to me, dude.
12%, this is my last offer. Okay, it's 17%. No?
Okay, 12 accept. 12. I mean, you're a friend.
No, but I'm serious.
Co-bandrite. I mean, hey.
Co-bandrite.
Yeah, I mean.
Bandra buggers, man.
Yeah, Bandra buggers. We go to sea. You have to go to sea. That is important.
Go to yacht. You go to the sea by taking the yacht.
You have to say you live side of the gym, no? Bandra gym.
I live bang there only.
Side off.
Father in law, aulad.
For later. Okay, so
But that's where it started.
okay.
So we
that's
were
great.
fucking crazy. That shit got us really excited about. And imagine now it's like you could do everything live on your phone and stuff. But then imagine if you wanted to put anything out, you'd have to either join a radio station, join a television channel, or I don't know. Now it's completely different. You
It
can
is.
do everything off your phone.
It is. No, but so you did time with TV as well, did you?
I did MTV from 2008, like I think maybe 9-10 years.
Wow. That's a fair while, man.
But radio was like 15 years. I just didn't want to leave radio. I just didn't want to leave it. It was so good.
How old are you? 65?
I'm now in my 73, getting a hip replacement next week. Fucking how much of time has gone by? It's crazy.
It's crazy, isn't
crazy.
it? Yeah. No, so some fun things that you've been involved in. So podcasting, for instance, tell us a little bit about that. Tell us a little bit about, the book that you wrote.
So, oh shit, I was hoping you wouldn't ask me about that. But podcasting also, everything stems from that radio obsession that we had before. It's like, hey man, get 3 people in the studio together and let's talk shit. But radio first, television happened right after that. And then social media was happening and mobile phones were going to the next level. It's like we're doing a documentary here.
Yeah, it is.
Welcome to the History Channel.
Yeah.
And we had phones. So then when that happened, I said, let's give social media and creating content independently a shot. And that's when I made that jump from leaving television completely to doing social media.
Was it like a structured decision or you were just going with,
No, man, look at me.
a hunch?
There's no structure. It was tough because 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Although television didn't seem like that, but it was a 9-to-5, 9-to-9 sometimes.
Yeah. There's a story about Independence Day, right? That you mentioned once.
I don't know what are you talking
About you.
No.
Yeah.
So
Go for it.
So radio, you guys laid the foundation work, and then I think sometime 2002 licenses were being sold. Everybody started off English,
Right.
doing English radio, and they were like, why aren't we making any money? Oh, we're doing English radio. So okay, they decided we're going completely Hindi. And I'm from Bandega. मेरे तो गान लग जाएगा अभी मैं कैसा करेगा मैं बोलता ही नहीं हिंदी में कैसा करेंगे मैं. So I remember they got a new program director and everyone was only speaking in Hindi in the office, and that was the switch. Imagine they took all these people who are all like, yeah bro, man, how are you, black hole sun, won't you come, and they're like, okay, now you guys do everything in Hindi. You were like, what? But and then we had already gone live. It was Independence Day and they put me on live. I couldn't even speak any Hindi.
Listen, do a take.
Why are you doing this?
Must do a take on what you said that day.
I don't know what I said, but many people's families were upset. They're like, how can you talk about my mother like that? And I was like, I was just trying to wish you a happy Independence Day. I don't know. I'm very sorry. But it was crazy, bro. I was terrified. And you know what it's like going on when you put that fader up and you're alone.
There's no take 2.
There's no take 2.
Yeah.
And you're telling the whole city. Oh shit, man. I shat myself so many times. But then slowly it started becoming like second nature. We had, he's not with us anymore, but Alok Tiwari, bless his soul. Just from hanging with him, my Hindi got better. Maaf kijiyega, sorry. People are like, are you from... You speak Urdu? I'm like, no, I don't know what I'm saying.
That's really profound stuff.
But, that was the switch to Hindi was really crazy, really amazing. But it changed everything. Then I think all the radio stations went Hindi. Only Radio 1 said, nahi, hum log karenge. Then beach mein they were like, no, thoda karte hain. They're like, no, bro, no, nahi karte.
No, so I know, I was actually right in the middle of that because as you are aware, I was with the erstwhile Times FM and Mirchi and whatever, and they were in Hindi. And my Hindi is as good as yours.
Definitely better, sir.
So obviously I went off air for a brief bit, and then Radio 1 decided to go
Wow.
English.
Oh, crazy.
Oh,
We did that for the listeners, really.
nah, I'm sure.
Us not doing Hindi shows.
Yeah. But it would have been an
Can't
interesting
imagine
take, yeah? You're doing a Mac Hindi show. I mean,
Yeah, man. Now,
Dude.
in retrospect, I should have done that.
There you go.
I actually did that because I leaned into it, not being able to speak Hindi well. We leaned into it and we did a kya bolte tum, kaun sa gana
इतना
sunne
बार
का hai?"
बोलने का मैं
Yeah.
तुमको.
And people were enjoying that also. They were
Yeah.
enjoying us taking the piss out of ourselves and stuff. And then slowly, as we went along, the Hindi got better, conversations got better. But that was mad. That was really like, it's like they just take you and throw you overboard.
I know. Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening? Are we live?
You're looking a lot
Are we
happier
like-
than you looked at that time, right? While doing this. Man, like,
It was crazy. Mad time.
tell us about the book.
So the book has lots of paper in it. I wrote a book called Ladies Please, which was supposed to be, it sounds so ridiculous now. That's a good thought. You should try to think of the book when you imagine yourself 20 years later thinking about the book that you're writing now for perspective. No. So I wrote a book called Ladies Please,
You
with like
should
dating
share
advice.
your stuff with people around you as well, Jose.
Yeah,
You should.
it's tough to come by things.
Yeah, that's true. Back to the book.
So, wrote a book about dating, all my experiences through my life. So it's like one experience, and that was that. They forgot to spell check it, and so I converted that into I'm a man and men don't spell check things, and that was I'm just trying to like incorporate that into my book, and she done a spelling mistake.
You're writing one more? Little bird told me.
Yeah, then they were like, so now you're a father.
Right.
Children, experience with children. Experience with ladies, over.
Experience with children.
With book. So, okay. So now we're going to be doing something like that.
That sounds interesting, man.
Let's see.
Are you going to do the spell checks?
Maybe. But it's children's book, so they don't need to, they have
there you
to, they use their best guess.
There you go. You were always ahead of your time.
Yeah, it's an educational book on some
Okay.
level. The child will be reading saying, that's the wrong spelling.
Yeah.
Let me fix that.
And you're doing
But
them
yeah,
a
I'm telling-
favor. You're doing them a
Yeah.
favor. Yeah, I mean, oh, man,
Thank you. Ahead of my time.
really ahead of your time, honestly.
I
Ahead
can't
of
tell if
all
he's
of us.
making fun of you. Wonderful pass.
Yeah. So speaking of which, man, you have this knack of getting everyone to crack up with this, I'm so serious, I'm Jose, look on your face.
I am serious. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know you are. I know you are. That's so interesting. Tell us a little bit about you. Did you figure along the way that you could dabble with humor and dabble with having fun, takes on life?
So it all starts when you're young and your parents and siblings ask you to cross dress. Can you entertain the family? Here's some ladies' clothes. So that's where it actually started. No, really.
You like cross dressing?
I can't say I liked it then. Now, yes.
Okay.
But then, when I was younger, I was like, "This what is this about?"
Okay.
But that's where it starts. So you start entertaining the family, tell them a couple of jokes, say, "Oh, this, that," and I've always been screwing around since
that I
school
know.
days. And then I think radio was when we started really like
Taking the
messing
piss.
around and fooling around and shit.
Man, I can remember without getting lost in storytelling or having some crazy evenings over their nights,
Oh my god!
puberting ourselves and everyone around. But yeah, I mean, what really comes across as interesting, and what you do is your stuff's really funny. It's raw, it's real. It doesn't look overly packaged, right? And I think that's a big one.
That's just me being lazy. I don't want to spend. I know. That was the. Thank you. That was actually the thing I was aiming for. Which is I like keeping the internet a little raw and
Yeah.
real. That's the kind of internet we were doing back then. GeoCities. Anybody remembers GeoCities? And Orkut. People are like,
What
should be
what
dead.
was the lyrics one?
So the lyrics thing was Mr. Lyrics. People have been doing
Yeah.
for like ages. It's always been an I think it's been an American thing mostly, where you take songs and then you find words that shouldn't be in
Sound
there.
alike.
Yeah. So the only thing I did different was I would be looking for desi references in rap songs or like romantic English songs, and that was the thing I did differently. I mean, otherwise the concept is, it's a very old, like pretty much every concept has been done in some way or the other. But that's what I did different over there. And I think that's why it sort of like caught on, because imagine you're listening to this really like romantic song and you're like, "Arey, isme babla hai." Like, oh fuck, isme gota hai, you know? And so we'd be listening to songs in the middle of doing the radio show, and like, 2 songs break, 2 songs break, 2 songs break, and while we'd be chilling, I'd be like, oh fuck, did Adnan Sami just say fuck the cloud? And that's how
Nice, but that was really cool.
fucking radio giving me so much shit.
know.
Like, I didn't realize.
The pandemic. Tell us about the pandemic. How did you handle all that?
You just stayed inside, man. Fuck, do you remember the first few I remember the first few weeks we were wearing fucking gloves. I go to the grocery store and the uncle udhar se.
Yeah.
And he's also like, ha, idhar se, aap udhar se. And he's throwing chips into a box, and we thought we'll survive on chips and biscuits and shit. Imagine
Crazy
thinking
times.
that the food is getting over, but we're buying chips and biscuits. Fucking crazy. Man, pandemic, that was mad. How long has it been now? 4 years since the pandemic? I can't even fucking remember.
2020, right? So 3 years and counting.
Yeah.
19. Crazy.
But relatively speaking, it feels like 10 years.
I know it does. Yeah.
At least to me.
Any changes? Any changes in the basic Jose?
My weight, I ate a lot during the pandemic. It was a lovely experience.
And
You're just stress eating. Oh, I'm never going out again. This is nice also though. Yeah, man, fuck crazy.
So I think one of the changes that I can see in you, and I've known you from way, way, way before the pandemic.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, 40, 50 odd years before the pandemic, right? I mean,
Say 20 for the camera.
Okay. I've known Jose for 20 years before the pandemic.
Yes.
He's 25 now, right?
Yes, 26.
Oh, you're an honest man. 26, yeah.
And Brian's in his 30s. You have to keep it going.
Yeah.
Continuity.
This is mutual,
Yeah.
mutual admiration, yeah. and I think that, and I think that's much required. So, one of the things that one noticed about you in the pandemic is your link with the family,
Okay.
your immediate family, and
I was stuck with them in the house, so that's
you mean
that's how
they
it
were
happened.
stuck with you?
They
in
were
the
also
house.
stuck with me in the
Yeah.
house. They tried going downstairs and stuff, but then people were like, don't go downstairs also for some time.
Correct.
Someone might have COVID in the building. No.
So you had a lot of time to yourself, like you just said, in
Yeah.
the pandemic. What's the stuff you did that kept you busy? I mean,
Man.
besides eating.
Besides eating, lots of video games. So, lots of video games and consuming content and faffing around. It was actually, I mean, it was not the best circumstances, but I got a lot of time to spend with my kid
Yeah.
and faff around at home and shit. But then we started doing lockdown content, which is just Zoom meetings broadcasts on YouTube. And yeah, that's what we ended up doing, man.
No exercising and stuff.
What is that? What?
You live next to the Bandra Gymkhana,
Yeah.
which has a gym, which has.
That's how I get my
tennis.
exercise. I just watch them exercising over there. I'm like, yeah, good serve.
And it works for you.
It works. But you realize that, man, I could eat like crazy up until I was 28, 30. Once you cross that, the food just stays with you.
Does.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Stop making excuses. It's called overeating. The food just stays with you.
It lives in me now.
Yeah.
It doesn't leave me. No exercise and shit. That was the main thing.
So reading and stuff as well.
Yeah. Tweets and Facebook posts, and I'm not much of a reader, but I'll consume anything I can get my hands on. So video, reading, video games.
What are the plans now, Jose? I know you're not one of those planners types, but
like they say, you make plans to make God laugh, or what was that? I fucked up the saying. But Plans as such. I enjoy making content without worrying about 9 to 5 and this month what we will do and blah blah blah.
How much will I earn from it? Are you one
Yeah,
of
no,
those?
that I definitely think about a lot. But it's been going well, yeah. So my share is balanced out with I'd rather not make money off the content that I'm making, and I do brand deals separately. So I'll make content for brands and I make my money like that.
Okay.
Rest of the shit is just me screwing around and
So you're a
making
content
a certain-
geek, right, Jose? I mean,
I guess, yeah.
serious, yeah. But just give us a take of where do you think all of this is going, man?
Oh shit.
Yeah, really.
It's going nowhere, really.
No.
It's fucking people doing the most random shit on the internet. I saw a video just last night. It blew my mind. You know how fast things go, right? And a lot of the times we as humans are unable to keep up with technology, or even the rules. The rules have changed, right? Everybody didn't have a phone in their hands. Everybody
Sure.
couldn't be like shooting you. But I saw this video where there's a lady. She dresses up and gets really like decked out, and she has somebody walk behind her with an iPhone that's hidden. Okay, and then she just records herself walking on the street and then recording other people's reactions,
Man.
and then posts those people's reactions. Now, a lot of the time, people are just walking on the road, and you look at people who are walking by you, right? I mean, fuck,
This is crazy.
fuck consent and shit. She's decided to just post these people's pictures. So there's like some old dude just walking like that, and this lady's like, she's probably walking down the street like that, fully decked out. So he's looked like that, and there's a shot of him checking her out now on the internet. So there's like aunties and for some reason she's blurred out kids' faces as if other people don't deserve consent and shit like that. I don't know. That was damn weird.
Is it going to change sensibilities? You think, technology
Already sensibilities have changed. Now, what is right? What is wrong? What is acceptable? The lines have changed. The lines have changed drastically. I mean, this is just like one example of things which are borderline. And in the comments, people are saying, "What's your problem? You're in public. People should be allowed to film you."
Yeah.
So
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy. I mean, at least I think it's crazy. Please discuss it in the comments. Fuck you, Brian.
Yeah.
It's fine. We should be allowed. Crazy. I think the correct answer there is you can, if you're in public, people can film you. But I mean, imagine someone running up with you with a camera just because you're in public.
Yeah.
And then saying, let me post it to
And
social
supposedly
media.
you can't do anything about it, or you shouldn't need to do anything about it.
I don't fucking know. Bizarre.
Yeah. It's kind of intruding on privacy, right? I mean, I might sound a bit old-fashioned. Blame it.
No,
on
I
my
think it's a
age, but-
privacy.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, I think so.
You
man.
need their consent to post them, no? And
Sure.
also because you're insinuating that these people are checking you out.
You're right.
It's not just, hey, we're getting people's reactions to me dressed as a clown.
Right.
You're getting reactions and you're insinuating that everybody's checking you out. And people in the comments are saying, look at that lady, she's so jealous of you. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh,
Crazy.
man. So you've not planned what you're going to do next. You're going to kind of just go with the flow or what?
Yeah, so
we promise not to hijack it or adopt your plans or steal them.
I was going to start trampoline park
Yeah.
in Dadar.
Yeah, right. And we believe you.
No plans as such as going with the flow. Right now, content is hot. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been like that for some time. Short form content, long form content, depends on what you're good at. You just do more of that. But yeah, I don't plan to do this for the rest of my life. I want to be able to play video games without having to wake up the next day and think about a video. I want to take that away. So maybe take a backseat when it comes to creating content and maybe manage other people doing that or whatever. I don't know.
That's a fun thing. Yeah, that's a fun thing. You can use,
or a lottery. I don't know. I'm open to all kinds
you're open
of
to winning tons of money in a lottery.
Yeah. See,
mean-
like as you go with the flow. I mean, a lottery would be way better than setting up a business and stuff.
Correct. And of course, you would use that money for the betterment of the world around
No,
you.
why? Why? There's
No?
so much of money in the world. Someone else can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
but no, you just look the benevolent kind and
Okay, fine.
know.
I'll share some of it.
yeah,
Some of it. But there has to be a big lottery.
sure.
Like
Sure.
you put in 1 crore into the bank and then they
Right.
just give you interest every month.
That sounds like a plan. You're looking for
I plan like this.
Let me know.
This is my level of planning. I'll win the lottery. And
yeah.
then, must
Yeah. On that happy note, I mean, look, this guy is a thinker. Just in case you haven't figured that out yet.
Thank you.
And a funny man to boot. Okay, and I'm going to ask him a really profound one now. And hold on to every syllable, every alphabet. Okay, Jose, let me sound really, really serious about this one. There's a world out there that looks up to you. Don't know why, but they look up to you.
What's wrong with them?
Really? That's a question I keep
Get
asking.
help.
Get help, really.
Stop it.
Yeah. Now, if there's is there something that like resounds big time with you and that you'd like to share with them? Or rather is there something that resonates big time with you and that you'd like to share with?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I feel like people are getting really aggro and stressed. And man, I thought that the internet was going to save us. Now, like 10, 12 years later, I'm like, fucking everybody. It's Satan. It's coming for you. Really, I
So
swear.
no internet?
No, I love the internet also.
That's what.
It's like we love things that are bad for us.
Speak for yourself.
Internet is like junk food. It really is, man. I'm having a moment. But really, I thought that the internet was going to save us. Now I feel like we're moving into that realm where the internet has just destroyed everyone's lives and people are so angry. People are so easily susceptible to like hate. You read a tweet and man, I don't believe anything I see on the internet now.
You don't.
I just don't I start off by assuming that it is fake. And if I can prove that it is real, then I will believe it. So I have to do all the work. Like watching the news, oh fuck, I have to research this.
Yeah. Now I know how you keep yourself busy, my friend.
Yeah, I'm researching the news.
God, I mean, now you know why I described this young man the way I did.
Yeah. Don't trust the internet.
Yes.
I turn into like a lunatic with a board. The world is ending.
And on that note, I think we'll call this to an end until, of course, we yank his, back into the studio for volume 2.
Done, anytime.
Done?
I'm just down the road from here.
I know that. We know where to find you.
Anytime.
We know where to find you.
But no, Brian, but I have to say, man, I've been waiting for a chance to be able to tell the world this. And it's great that it's on your show only. But you guys are the reason we ended up in content, man.
Is that right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, seriously.
Oh man, you just made my day for me.
It's a little awkward also, but telling you this, but really, dude, really, I wouldn't be doing all the shit that we're doing now. Actually.
I truly appreciate that, man.
Yeah. And I'd be selling pirated DVDs and series.
You mean you aren't?
I didn't say I wasn't. I'm just saying I would still be.
You would still.
No, really. I swear to God.
No, but thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Continue to say nice things about me.
And we'll roll for another 15 minutes. So,
stop it.
In 2001, Brian saved a cat in my building.
In 2002, he jumped out of my car.
Yes.
And we won't say it
don't tell them more. In 2005, he helped an old lady cross the road. She didn't want to cross. It's a different story. But he was there for her. Brian Tellis.
What about 2008? Go on now, don't
In
stop
2008, Brian was sued by that old lady. And they're best friends now. We are now at 2010. Then the pandemic came and...
Shut up,
and now
Jose.
they're still friends.
Shut up, Jose. Listen, hey, you get all kinds. And this is a precious kind. Jose, if you didn't get his name over the last, 40, 45 minutes or thereabouts. But you know what? We promise we'll be back. Honestly, it takes a whole lot of people like Jose to kind of brighten up our lives. Jose, thanks once again, man. I hope you're emotionally touched by what I just said as my closing
Touched
remark.
for sure. I don't know about emotionally, but yes.
On that happy note, it's all happening on Tellis Like It Is. We'll see you the next time around.